Hello, I am the programming Dunce, and in this video I will be talking about functions. In the previous videos, I showed you some basic functions and did a segment on basic variables, but it is time to explore functions in depth. In Java and C#, this video would be about methods because we would be dealing with objects and classes. However, I want to worry about objects and classes in a later video, hence C and C++. Functions are recognized by parentheses in most programming languages. Functions can take in parameters, input, which are specified in the parentheses. They can also take in no parameters, in which case you would type in void in the parentheses or nothing at all. For the output, you specify a return value. If the function returns nothing, you type in void. Now, the variables in the code that calls the function are not the same as the variables in the function. The parameters are copied into the function code. There are ways around this. In Java and C#, objects as parameters have a reference copied, meaning the function has access to the original object. In C, C++, you would have access to pointers and addresses to achieve this effect. I plan on discussing this in a later video. Functions can actually have the same name, provided that the parameters are different. This is function overloading. Changing the return type if the parameters are the same will not enable you to use the same name. Let us now turn to some code to explore these functions in depth. I have implemented two add functions, one for integers and one for floats. Because the parameters are different, the same name is perfectly legal. In the int version, I actually have an integer that is only accessible from within the function. This is called scope, and this means that I cannot access the variable outside the function. I would have to do so within the function or declare a different variable with the same name. Now, if I declare two variables with the same name and same scope, that would actually be a compile error. Looking at the two add functions, the float version is actually more efficient. If you can achieve the same effect with fewer lines of code, do it. You want as few lines of code as possible. You'll also notice that the second function has a default parameter for the second parameter. In this case, if I don't specify a second float, the function will assume it is 5.5. When main starts, it calls these add functions and printf functions. When your code gets to a given function, it calls that function providing any parameters it needs. In printf's case, there is an external effect, printing to the command prompt or terminal for OS X or Linux users. However, after the function executes, if there is a return value, then that return value will implicitly take the place of the function call in your code. If you assign a variable to that return variable, then that value is copied into your variable. Now, even if you don't see a use for a return value, it is good to store it. The return value could indicate that some condition or error took place. There are a lot of times where code should only run under certain conditions. This is possible with the use of if statements, while loops, and for loops, which I discuss in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying these videos.